हेलो एवरीवन। स्वागत है आपका हमारे यूट्यूब चैनल में। आज हम आपके लिए फिर से एक नया वीडियो लेके आए हैं। तो वीडियो को शुरू करने से पहले अगर आपने हमारा चैनल अभी तक सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो चैनल को ज़रूर से ज़रूर सब्सक्राइब करें और बेल आइकन दबाना बिल्कुल मत भूलें, ताकि हम कोई भी वीडियो लाएँ उसका नोटिफिकेशन सबसे पहले आपको मिल जाए। वीडियो को अंत तक ज़रूर देखिएगा। अगर आपको हमारा वीडियो पसंद आता है तो एक लाइक और कमेंट ज़रूर करिएगा। तो चलिए वीडियो को स्टार्ट करते हैं। आज हम आपके लिए जो टॉपिक लेके आए हैं वो है प्लानिंग। प्लानिंग एक बिजनेस स्टडीज़ का टॉपिक है। तो चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं। ऑल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, वेदर इट इज़ गवर्नमेंट, अ प्राइवेट बिजनेस और अ स्मॉल बिजनेस, रिक्वायर प्लानिंग to turn their dreams of increase in sale, earning high profit and getting success in business. All businessmen have to think about the future, that is to make predictions and achieve target. To decide what to do, how to do and when to do, they do planning. Planning can be defined as thinking in advance what is to be done, when is to be done, and how it is to be done, and by whom it is to be done. In simple word, we can say planning bridges the gap between where we are standing today and where we want to reach in the future. Planning involves setting objectives and deciding in advance the appropriate course of action to achieve these objectives. So we can also define planning as setting up of objectives and targets and formulating an action plan to achieve them. Another important ingredient of planning is time. Plans are always developed for a fixed time period, as no business can go on planning endlessly. So now let's talk about the features and nature of planning. Planning contributes to objectives. Planning starts with the determination of objectives. We cannot think of planning in absence of objectives. After setting up of the objectives, planning decide the methods, procedures and steps to be taken for the achievement of set objectives. Planner also help and bring changes in the plan if things are not moving in the direction of the objectives. Second one is planning is the primary function of management. Planning is the primary or first function to be performed by every manager. No other function can be executed by the manager without performing planning function, because objectives are set up in planning and other functions depend on the objectives only. Third one is planning is pervasive. Planning is required at all level of management. It is not a function of restricted to top level managers, but planning is done by managers at every level. Formation of major plan and framing of overall policies is the task of top level managers, whereas departmental manager form plan for their respective department, and lower level manager makes plan to support the overall objectives and to carry on day to day activities. Next one is planning is forward looking or futuristic. Planning always means looking ahead or planning in a future, or planning is a future function. Planning is never done for the past. All the managers try to make predictions and assumptions for the future, and these predictions are made on the basis of past experiences of the manager and with the regular and intelligent scanning of the general environment. Next one is planning is continuous process. Planning is a never ending or continuous process because after making plan, one has to be in touch with the changes in changing environment and in the selection of one best way. So after making plans, also planner keep making change in the plan according to the requirement of the company. Next one is planning involve decision making. The planning function is needed only when different alternatives are available and we have to select most suitable alternatives. We cannot imagine planning in absence of choice because in planning function manager evaluate various alternatives and select the most appropriate. But if there is one alternative available, then there is no requirement of planning. And the last one is planning is a mental exercise. It is a mental exercise. Planning is mental process which require higher thinking. That is why it is kept separate from operational activities by Taylor. In planning, assumption and predictions regarding future are made by scanning the environment properly. This activity requires high level of intelligence. Secondly, in planning, various alternatives are evaluated and the most suitable is selected, which again require high level of intelligence. So it is right to call planning as a intellectual process. So now let's talk about the importance of planning. First one is planning provide directions. Planning is concerned with predetermined course of action. It provides the direction to the efforts of the employees. Planning makes clear what employees have to be do and how to do. By stating in advance how work has to be done, planning provides the direction for actions. Employees knows in advance in which direction they have to work. This lead to unity of direction also. If there was no planning, employees would be working in different direction and organizational would not be able to achieve its goal. Second one is planning reduce the risk of uncertainties. Organization have to face many uncertainties and unexpected situations every day. Planning help the manager to face the uncertainties because planner try to foresee the future by making some assumption regarding future, keeping in mind the past experiences and scanning of business environment. The plans are made to overcome such uncertainties. The plans also include unexpected risks such as fire or some other calamities in the organizations. Third one is planning reduce overlapping and wasteful activities. The organizational plan are made keeping in mind the requirement of all the departments. The departmental plan are derived from main organizational plan. As a result, there will be coordination in different departments. On the other hand, if the manager, non-manager and all the employees are following course of action according to the plan, then there will be integration in the activities. Plans ensure clarity of thoughts and action and work can be carried out smoothly. Next one is planning promote innovative ideas. Planning require high thinking and it is an intellectual process. So there is a great scope of finding better ideas, better methods and procedure to perform a particular job. Planning process forces manager to think differently and assume the future conditions. So it makes the manager innovative and creative. Next one is planning facilitates fast decision making. Planning helps the manager to take various decisions. As in planning, goals are set in advance and prediction are made for the futures. This prediction and goal helps the manager to take fast decisions. And the last one is planning focus on attention on objective of the company. Planning function begin with the setting up of objectives, policies, procedure, methods and rules which are made in planning to achieve these objectives only. When employees follow the plan, they are leading toward the achievement of objective. Through planning, efforts of all the employees are directed toward the achievement of organizational goals and objectives. So now let's talk about the limitation or disadvantages of planning. First one is planning lead to rigidity. Once plans are made to decide the future course of action, the manager may not be in a position to change them. Following pre-decided plan when circumstances are changed may not bring positive result for the organizations. This kind of rigidity in plan may create difficulties. Second one is planning may not work in a dynamic environment. Business environment is very dynamic as there are continuously changes taking place in economic, political, legal environment. It becomes very difficult to forecast these future changes. Plan may fail if the changes are very frequent. Next one is planning reduce the creativity. With the planning, the manager of the organization start working rigidly and they become the blind followers of the plan only. The manager do not take any initiative to make changes in the plan according to the changes prevailing in the business environment. They stop giving suggestions and new ideas to bring improvement in working because the guidelines for working are given in planning only. Next one is planning involves huge cost. Planning process involve a lot of cost because it is an intellectual process and companies need to hire the professional expert to carry on this process. Along with the salary of these experts, the company has to spend a lot of time and money to collect accurate fact and figure. So it is a cost consuming process. Next one is it is a time consuming process. Planning process is a time consuming process because it takes long time to evaluate the alternatives and select the best one. Lot of time is needed in developing planning premises. So, because of this, the action gets delayed. And whenever there is a need for prompt and immediate decision, then we have to avoid planning. And the last one is planning does not guarantee success. Sometimes managers have false sense of security that plans have worked successfully in the past. So these will be working in future also. There is tendency in manager to rely on pre-tested plan. It is not true that if a plan has worked successfully in a past, it will bring success in future also, as there are so many unknown factors which may lead to failure of plan in the future. Planning only provide a base for analyzing future. It is not a solution for future course of actions. So now let's talk about the process of planning. The process begins with setting up of objectives. In planning, in planning function, manager begin with setting up of objectives because all the policies, procedure and methods are framed for achieving objectives only. The manager set up very clearly the objective of the company, keeping in mind the goals of the company and the physical and financial resource of the company. Manager prefer to set up goals which can be achieved quickly and in a specific limit of time. Second one is developing premises. Premises refer to making assumption regarding future. Premises are the base on which plans are made. It is a kind of forecast made keeping in view the existing plan and any past information about various policies. There should be total agreement on all the assumptions. The assumptions are made on the basis of forecasting. Forecast is the technique of gathering informations. Common forecasts are made to find out the demand for a product, change in government or competitor policy, etc. Third one is listing the various alternatives for achieving the objectives. After setting up of objectives, the manager make a list of alternatives through which the organizational can achieve its objective, as there can be many ways to achieve the objectives and manager must know all the ways to reach the objectives. Next one is evaluating of alternatives courses. After making the list of various alternatives along with the assumption supporting them, the managers start evaluating each and every alternatives and note down the positive and negative aspect of every alternative. After this, the manager start eliminating the alternative with more of negative aspect and the one with maximum positive aspect and with most feasible assumption is selected as best alternatives. Next point is selecting an alternatives. The best alternative is selected, but as such there is no mathematical formula to select the best alternatives. Sometimes instead of selecting one alternative, a combination of different alternative can also be selected. The most ideal plan is most feasible, profitable and with less negative consequences. Next one is implementing the plan. The manager prepare or draft the main and supportive plan on paper, but there is no use of these plan unless and until these are put into actions. For implementing the plans or putting the plan into action, the manager start communicating the plan to all the employees very clearly because the employees actually have to carry on the activities according to the specification of plan. After communicating the plan to employees and taking their support, the manager start allocating the resource according to their specification of the plan. Next one is follow up. Planning is a continuous process. So the manager job does not get over simply by putting the plan into actions, but the manager monitor the plan carefully while it is implemented. The monitoring of a plan is very important because it helps to verify whether the condition and prediction assumed in plan are holding true in present situation or not. If these are not coming true, then immediately changes are made in the plan. During the follow up, many adjustments are made in the plan. So now let's talk about the types of plan. Planning is pervasive function, which means it is not the task of top level managers only, but managers working at different level perform planning functions. The plan framed by top level manager may differ from the plan formed by middle level and lower level managers. The different types of plan or common plan formed by the manager at different levels are: first one is objectives. Objectives are the end toward which the activities are directed. They are the end result of every activity. An objective should be related to a single activity. It should be related to result and not to activity to be performed. It should be measurable or must be measured in quantitative term. It must be achievable or feasible. It must have a time limit for achievement of objectives. Second one is strategy. A strategy is a comprehensive plan to achieve organizational objectives. The dimension of strategy are: first one is determining long-term objectives, second one is adopting a particular course of action, third one is allocating resource for achieving the objectives. Strategy formulation is the task of top level people and it is must to scan and understand clearly the business environment before framing any strategy. The common decision in a strategy are whether to introduce a new product or not, if to introduce then how, finding out the customer for your product, making changes in the existing product, etc. All the strategic decisions are greatly influenced by business environment. Strategy defines the future decision regarding the organization direction and scope in the long run. Next one is policies. Policies can be defined as organization general response to a particular problem or situations. In simple word, it is the organization own way of handling the problems. Policies are made at every level because the manager at every level need to decide or predetermine the way of handling a situation and policy act as a guide to take decision in unexpected situations. Policy formation always encourage initiatives of employees because employee have to deal with situation and the way of handling the situation is decided in consultation with the employees. Then they will be able to handle the situation in a much better way. Next one is procedures. Procedure are required steps established in advance to handle future conditions. The sequence of steps to be followed by employees in different situations must be predetermined so that everyone follow the same steps. The procedure can be defined as the exact manner in which an activity has to be accomplished. Next, if we talk about the no, sorry, in procedure are made common for all the departments to coordinate their activities. So procedure cut across all departmental lines. Next one is rules. Rules spell out special action or non-action of the employees. There is no discretion allowed in rules. That is, they must be followed strictly. And if rules are not followed, then strict action can be taken against the employees who are not following the rules. Rules are spelled out to create the environment of discipline in the organizations. Rules generally guide the general behavior of the employee and employees cannot make any changes in them. Next one is programs. Programs are the combination of goals, policies, procedure and rules. All these plans together form a program. The programs are made to get a systematic working in the organizations. The programs create relationships between policies, procedures and goals. The programs are also prepared at different level. A primary program is prepared by the top level and then to support the primary program, supportive program of different levels are prepared for smooth function of the company. Next one is methods. Methods can be defined as formalized or systematic way of doing routine or repetitive job. The manager decide in advance the common way of doing a job so that there is no doubt in the mind of the employees. Second one, there can be uniformity in the action of the employee. Third one is act as a guide for employee. And the fourth one is these help in applying the techniques of standardization and simplifications. If the common way of doing a job is not decided in advance, then there will be confusion and comparison will not be possible. Last one is budget. Budget is the statement of expected result expressed in numerical terms. In budget, the results are always measurable and most of the time these are financial in nature. But it does not mean that company prepare only financial budget. Financial budget is also known as profit plan of the company because it includes the expected income and related expenditure with that income and the profit which the company will earn in the coming year. Along with the financial budget, capital budget is also prepared to find out the expected capital requirement. Operational budget is prepared where instead of finance hourly unit are used stating expected hours the employee will be working. Budget are prepared by manager at every level and lower level managers generally prepare operational budget. The most common budget prepared by manager at different level is cash budget. This budget estimates the expected cash inflows and cash outflows over a period of time. Cash inflows come from sales and cash outflow is in the form of expenses. Businesses can find out the net position by subtracting cash outflow from the cash inflows. So these are all are the types of plan that we have discussed. So if you have any query in anything starting from the planning to and from the types of plan, then you can comment me in the comment box if you have any query related to this. And if you like my video, then please press the like button and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching.